Chapter 53. You must be tired. A little. Why don't you go get out of those wet clothes and get in bed? It's better than the bunks, no itchy blankets here. Don't worry, I won't peek. But what? But I'm your wife. I thought you were supposed to peek. Colt turned his head slightly. I just want you to be comfortable and, well, there is still the problem I was speaking of. What's the problem? Well, see, in hot water the leather clothes relaxes, but soon as I get out it will start to shrink. I couldn't help but giggle. Well, that isn't much of a problem. Just take them off in the water. Here I will help. I took his shirt's zipper in my hand and slowly unzipped his shirt. I took the shoulders and started to pull down on them to get the sleeves off his arms. As the shirt drifted to his side, he stared into my eyes as he pulled me close, touching my mouth to his. I put my hands on his back, my fingers touching the deep scars on his back. "Do they bother you?" he whispered, still holding me. "No." As I started to kiss him back, I could feel a breath of relief leave him. "Hey, aren't you going to help me with my clothes? It's only fair since I'm helping you with yours." A once nimble-handed Colt was now fumbling with a single button on my shirt. "You know I never really cared for this shirt anyways." He looked at me puzzled. I took his hands, placing them in the middle of my shirt onto each side, slightly tugging his wrists in opposite directions. "Ah, good thinking." He took his hands, tightening his grip, and with 2 tugs, the buttons went flying in every direction. Except the very top button. I was about to undo it myself when he took my hands in his. He leaned in, kissing my neck all around until he found the last button with his mouth. With one bite, he had the button on his tongue, looking at me with a wink and smile, tongue still sticking out, spitting it far onto the tile where you could hear a ping of it hitting something or other. "Show off." He pulled me even closer to him. He put his chin on the top of my head with a sigh. "Something the matter?" I asked. "No," he whispered. "I just never thought I could be this content, happy, and nervous." "Me too." I pulled away only to find his lips, kissing him passionately. Needless to say, it wasn't long before Colt was in no danger of being shrunk into our clothes. The only thing he bore upon his skin was the beads I had given him. Hours passed, as did the nervousness. We laid beside one another on the bed, slightly damp but covered in the furs. Colt to my back put me close to him so his chin could be on top of my head, our hands intertwined in one another's as he lifted my hand, kissing it softly. "I love you, Vida." I turned to see him. "I love you too. By the way, isn't there a thing about giving me a new name?" "Do you want one?" "Well, I mean, I thought it was part of the tradition and all, and it better not be silly Philly." I rolled my eyes playfully. "I won't lie, I have thought of names. I have had the time to write a book of names for you, but not one have I written down till now. The name usually has great meaning between the one who gives it, but there are so many names that come to mind for you. But if I were to choose just one, or should I say 2, I think I would choose Snowfeather, because that night I was alone on that first Christmas of many you came to me. The snow was falling like down feathers landing in your bright red hair. It was the moment I wished to seek to know all about you." "Snow, feather. If you don't like it, I can think of something else." "No, I really like it. At least you didn't say cider." "Say that is a good name." "Oh, shut up," I nudged him. "Can I ask you something?" Hesitantly I asked. "Anything, my soul is your soul."